Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Tower of Doom, week 30, day 7. So today, of course, nothing new specifically going on other than finishing up the rest of the stuff for the week, which at this point we already have done. Of course, if you haven't already, make sure to get floor 26 onto Tower of Doom. Got to do 25th completion in order to get all of the loot, as well as your guild being at stage 12, though oddly enough this tends to happen before that does. Aside from that, we did have an invasion, probably one of the easiest invasions we can ever have, because we had goblins, which the team was already pretty auto-win, even if it wasn't against towers, and against towers it works even better. And we don't even need to do anything, because the guild finished the rest earlier. And we got a major purple, nice. And aside from that, we're going to go over all the spoilers and then kind of just grind a little. So we do have several things going on next week, two really noteworthy things. Also, the video will be on time this week because I'm back. So hopefully we'll have that out in like, what, 6 hours from now, hopefully? Fingers crossed. Still need to get that other video out, and I do still want to cover it, mostly because it's going over some relevant Tower of Doom stuff that's still relevant into the future. So I do kind of want to make a little mention of it. Also, gosh, I need to clean my glasses. A little late for that, though. They are so dirty after I just took that nap. I'm not sure why my room is so dusty sometimes. Actually, it was kind of interesting. My grandma ended up getting, like, this air purifier thing, and I am, like, so tempted to get one now. Because my room gets, like, so dusty sometimes. I think it might be because we're so close to the beach. But anyways, I am looking for two things. First things first, let's see if they actually remembered to post to the forum. So 1 hour prior to now, every Sunday, they're supposed to make a post to the forum. If that has happened, oh gosh, the page is still broken. Okay, new plan. Doesn't matter if they have. I don't understand why in this thing it is broken. Luckily, there's a backup plan. If I go to latest news, and here they always post it, so we don't even need to worry about them having not posted it. But we got this thing. So, Brian the Clucky. Of course, we have Brian the Lucky. Oh, that's fun. Oh, gosh. Oh, gosh. I just realized that. It's literally Brian the Lucky with an extra C. Oh, that's good. I just noticed that now. But yeah, the free epic that you get from the kingdom is called Brian the Lucky. And they added a C, and now it's Brian the Clucky. Anyways, Azasian Beast Knights. Most noteworthy thing about it is it's not a goblin, which makes it horrible. Pretty much any non-Zasian non-goblin is pretty bad. The only exception might be Black Beast. But anyways, it eliminates a bunch from a random skill from all enemies. So basically, it's a weaker Azura. The amount of stat reduction should be higher than Azura, but it ends its turn. So it's basically, you could look at it as either a weaker Azura or a weaker Plague. It probably does more of a stat reduction than Azura, but likely does a lower stat reduction in Plague. So it pretty much puts it in a category that's just completely useless. Of the three, Azura is the best, Plague's probably the second best, and this is probably the worst of the three. It does have Chaotic Wish, though. I do not know yet what Wish gems do. We will find out. Actually, does the official post tell us here? No. Well, we'll find out tomorrow. But anyways, there's a 10% chance to create a Wish gem when its turn begins, which is such a low % chance that I can't see that ever being used for such a purpose, especially since he doesn't get it off of, like, kill or anything, off his ability or anything like that. So, seems like it's basically useless. Though it will technically be the first troop to have this Wish mechanic, as I don't think there's anything else coming in tomorrow that will have it other than the Sky. I don't think you'd bother using this just to have it. However, it should be the only troop as of tomorrow that will have the Wish creation capability. Otherwise, you'll have to get it specifically off of Sky Gems. Anyways, as far as the world event, it is hopefully straightforward. Looks like it's straightforward. That's good. So it looks like we have all the battles at once for the most part. Do we have skill? Oh, no, it's not going to be straightforward. The battle against High King Irongut drops a variable number, and as well as the L. The battles against the other two drop a variable number. Why does it have it separated if they're both the same thing? That's weird. Why don't you just list out all four? So which ones are the ones that don't then? So we got Fairy, Goblin Mother. Wait, this is one. Never mind. So we have that one. We have High King Irongut. So basically the highest three, right? And then the L Oh, sorry. Never mind. There are 2 separate ones. I read that as a troop. My bad. So yeah, just the highest 2, or the only 2. I see. That's why I did it, because it's a different number of ales and a different number of. Okay, I see. Why is this so weird? Okay, so point breakdown. So these are worth 3. Those are worth 10. 10, 12, 20, 18, 30 with variable, and 27 with variable. What on earth? So this is highest priority, High King Iron Gut. Fairy Gob Mother is seconds. 3rd is Gimlet. 4th is Princess Fizzbang. The Fundigus is 2nd worst, and the one you never want to take is the Innkeeper. So as long as you never touch Innkeeper, you're probably fine. And if you want to remember 2, Innkeeper's the worst, and Fundigus is the 2nd worst. And if you just don't touch them, you're probably fine. Wow, is that so annoying, though. Wow. Okay, anyways. I know, why do I feel like I should be taking notes? No, all you really need to know is Innkeeper's the worst. And if you want to remember 2 things, Innkeeper's the worst and Fundigus is the 2nd worst. That's the only info you really need. I was just trying to figure out the exact amount of point value for everything. But, wow, is that absurdly annoying. But what's new about World Event? But it's one of those World Events where, like, the scoring system's, like, absurdly complex for it. However, you really only need to remember, like, 1 or 2 things of relevance. Anyways, we have a few relevant things happening. Speaking of relevant things, the most noteworthy thing is Vault Event Weekend. This is the 3rd Vault Event Weekend within a month time frame. This Friday, for the entire weekend, is the next Vault Event. We'll be power grinding that quite a bit. And, yeah, that's right around the corner. And that would be the 3rd one within a month time frame, so that's pretty cool. Aside from that, of course, Tower of Doom's ending, Invasion's ending. We have the standard road event going on. Did I not mention that yet? Obviously, we have the start of the new campaign. That's why the stars are coming in, as well, or the wish gems, I should say, as well as everything with the campaign. We'll make sure to kind of go over that a little bit too. We'll probably mention it some in the video, as well as kind of briefly go over it during the stream. The briefer one will probably be during the video. The more longer one will probably be during the stream tomorrow night. But yeah, I'll be going over that, everything there, the mythic, all that good stuff, the weapons, whatever else is in there. Aside from that, we have a faction event for the Zacian. Everything's associated with Zacian. So we have Amethrax on Tuesday. Wednesday we have... Oh, I think I finally upgraded this, by the way. That was one of the ones I was trying to keep not upgraded, so I'd finally have enough to upgrade the Goblin. And I think I overbought it because I've been forgetting to check it for so long that I think I might have spent like hundreds of gems more than I should have. Thursday's a really good class event. It's for Thief if you haven't already gotten it up. It's arguably the best stealthy hero class in the game. And then, of course, as I mentioned, we got Vault Event next weekend, which is probably the most relevant thing. And the fact that it's a Zacian event week, which means event keys are pretty good next week. You can also get to the new Mythic still from Monday to Thursday in Glory Gem Guild and VIP chests if you're still looking for it. However, all of the Zacian Mythics will be in event key drop table all week next week. So if you want to event key down any of them, Iron Gut most notably, they will be around. Anyways, I was about to go do something. I already forgot what it was. Fail. It was related to something with Zacian. Oh, yeah. I wanted to double check the pet. Because I believe we do finally have enough copies. Actually, if I'm not mistaken, as of today, we actually have enough copies because if I check my offers, we just got 3 copies of Goblikin today. And what I've been waiting on is to get that many more copies because I was deliberately not upgrading Black Beasts, or Blast Beastkin, so that we could end up getting enough copies to upgrade the Goblikin. And now we can finally upgrade the Goblikin, which means I can now upgrade the Black Beastkin. The main reason I haven't is there's a mechanic in the game where if you need a level 20 pet to get a kingdom upgrade, like we do right now, it says upgrade 3 Zacian pets to level 20. It is possible off of your middle task, as well as through arena, if you bother to do daily arena or arena at all, to any degree. It is possible to find a pet off your middle offer. It'll either offer you 1 with 10 white pet food for 50, or 3 with 10 of the color pet food of whatever its color is for 150. So basically 50 gems per pet. And this is a pretty good way to end up getting pets, so I deliberately end up doing this so we could over time get copies of the pet. And in doing so, we were able to get it for pretty much almost half off compared to if we would have bought it, mass bought it during an event. or, you know, when like the Wednesday events or whenever they randomly come in. So, with that being said, we can now go upgrade them. Let me just double check. I don't think there was anything else. Those were the only two that we needed, I'm pretty sure. It was mostly to get the Goblin one upgraded, because obviously Goblins are insane. So yeah, let's go upgrade these, because this is from the 2020 Independence Day, and this is from ages ago, 2019 Independence Day. So neither of those are getting maxed ever, because we already have plenty enough maxed. Okay, let's go upgrade to Goblin, and now we officially have a 3x Goblin bonus whenever we use the many very good Goblin teams that exist within the game. And then, of course, the other one, which isn't as relevant, but it's still okay. It's Zacian bonus. Generally, if you're running a pure Goblin team, it is also a pure Zacian team. So it does get usage there, if nothing else. So the Goblin... Oh, no. Is the Goblin one technically better? Because you're actually getting a double bonus here, too, because the Kingdom upgrade. So they're both decently good. But there we go. And now we have them both maxed. And now that is something we don't need to deal with anymore. And we also have the requirement for upgrade if that ever becomes a thing. We need more troops. Oh, we're getting more troops tomorrow, though. Haha. I forgot, duh. We're getting one more troop tomorrow for Zacian. That's only going to bring it to 23, though. Oh, that means I got to upgrade it. Boo. I'll do it now because I know I'll forget if I don't do it tomorrow. I mean, if I don't do it now, I'll forget to do it tomorrow. Anyways, let me go do it now. The reason I need to upgrade it is because at level 23... the inverse will start to happen of what we just did. So there we deliberately didn't do the middle task on 22 to 23 because we were trying to get goblins on, or, you know, we're trying to get the pets on our middle. However, the inverse can actually end up occurring where you get something that you don't want. And whenever you have a 23-star kingdom, one of the requirements is upgrade Blighted Land, or upgrade the kingdom to level 16, which is what we just did for Zacian, because we'll need that for the 23 to 24 for tomorrow. And even though you can't reach this, they'll still keep giving you an offer in the middle for the other thing. And the offer for this is extremely annoying. I believe it offers you like one event key at like double the cost with like a little bit of gold, which isn't worth it. So it is an extremely bad offer to be, not only to get, but also just to see here, because it consumes one of your 3 offers that could have been something like not horrible. So yeah, you generally don't want to, you want to make sure you don't have that. So you want to get them to level 16 if you have the resources to do so. That's basically how I'm determining what kingdoms I get to level 16. Is the second they hit 23 star, we go and get them to 16. Otherwise, they're going to have that really annoying middle task. So we do that. Anyways, so kind of the inverse of the other thing. Where instead of deliberately keeping it up, we deliberately make sure it goes away so it won't keep giving us bad tasks. Whereas you can use some of them to get good tasks. Mostly the pet one, though. Anyway, so one other feature that is added with this, though it's applicable to very few people, if you need a token upgrade, as in like the elite levels of bronze, silver, and gold, they made a change when they expanded the offer system that actually makes it more likely for you to find the metal offers, like the metal offers like these. It increases the chance that you would find them. There isn't any that increases the chance of deeds, unfortunately. However, it is possible to increase the chance of metals by having one kingdom or more that do not have the metal upgrade. Currently, the only way to do this is off the bronze one, but I've already done all mine. Anyways, so next order of business. I guess we'll clear our dailies real quick, and then we'll probably just do some farming. Because there really isn't anything else more we need to get done from a weekly task perspective in the game currently. Also, supposedly Guild Wars is going to be fixed in 2 weeks from now. I'll believe it when I see it. Also, hello everyone. I didn't say all the hellos yet. Been talking about all the next week stuff. Hello Ricardo. Hello Pabura. Hello Peter. Hello Inflame. Hello Defiant. Hello new pet. Not technically new pet, but a pet. We might go take that too. Hello Mr. Hello Haley. Hello Isabel. Hello Weenie. Hello NASA. Hello Hong. Hello Jan. Hello Mr. Jesse. Hello Hollywood. Hello David. Hello Cookie. Hello Clip Bomb. Hello Tyrian. Hello Barbara. Hello Roman. Hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, so let's claim that. Take the other thing. Also, I'm still using this weird weapon. I think that was because I needed it for the objective last week, I think. Also, I still can't believe I forgot to get one of the weapons the other week. Luckily, that troop is the weapon's coming back in a couple months, so it's not going to be that big a deal. But that would have been annoying if it was actually a really relevant weapon. Luckily, I'm pretty sure I will use it 0 times between now and the time we actually need to get it. Because it's visible within the spoiler page that's coming soon. It just doesn't have an exact date, so it's probably coming in a couple months. We'll probably know as of next patch. Also, speaking of which, there might be a patch this Tuesday, by the way. Something I forgot to mention when we're going over all the things that might be happening this week. No guarantee, but there is a small chance it is this Tuesday. It is more likely it's next week's Tuesday. However, this week Tuesday is still possible. It likely will do almost nothing. However, it should be a patch nonetheless. Very soon, TM. Very, very soon, TM. If anyone has any specific questions or anything you want me to go over as well, do let me know. And we'll make sure to do so. Also, we need to get that level already, gosh. We still have not hit that level 1,700. I wanted to try to hit by the end of the year. That didn't end up happening. But if nothing else, as long as we make the goal this year, hit 1,800. I like having that, like, 100 milestone goal. It's been fun to try to reach. This was actually the first year we didn't reach it. Though if we didn't have vacation at the time, we probably would have. Anyways, let's go claim this. Might as well claim out the pet too, just for some spare food. Though I think at this point we really don't need it, but who knows? Maybe they'll add a mechanic at some point that uses it. I'm very doubtful though. A patch just before Vault events? No, they're not gonna nerf the Vault event. Though they might find a way to break something again. I would not be surprised. Let's just really change that back to Black Manticore or something. Because ideally you want that to be a cleanup weapon. Even something like Writhing Staff or something. What's the best way to farm gold these days? I believe the pistol team with Cedric is the way to go. Not the pistol, what's it called? Yeah, some Plunder and Peril weapon. Plunder and Peril with like a Cedric and a Mana Accumulator. Like an Egg Thief or something. On Explore 12 specifically. Because Scouting Key doesn't really work for her anymore. Also, don't forget to spend the 50 gems on the Sunday thing. It is always worth it every Sunday. Just the diamonds alone are worth it. And now Celestials are even more valuable than ever due to their new functionality in Soulforge. And a few other pieces of stuff. Technically, it's 84 diamonds because of the other thing. Plus 2 gem keys. Which could be used for the Mythic. Speaking of which, we'll have a code for one in a little bit. Not sure what we'll hand it out based on. But at some point we shall. You got a Power Orb today? Nice, congrats. Great finds. I wish they would add more uses for them, though. It still seems weird we've gone an entire year without them adding another use purpose for it. After they increased the chance of getting them from 0% to 1% off of major orbs. Yeah, I did finally craft a second Zugov this week. We did that on the first day we got back, if I'm not mistaken, on Thursday when we were doing Tower of Doom. I ended up doing it. But I personally feel like I don't do any gold farming or gold or soul farming these days. It's still technically viable to do both. It's just there's so many other ways to gain multiple different loots at once that I personally don't feel like it's too worth doing. Like if you really wanted more gold, I think running like Explore 5, 6, or 7 Phoenicia during like a Vault event or something might be your better bet, or even just in general. And if you wanted something like more souls, just running Vault events in general, because the amount of souls that you just get passively is actually pretty solid. It's not the same as running like a Ferris Raw team for around 50-ish thousand per hour, but getting like 20-ish thousand per hour just by doing, you know, what you would normally do for a Vault event is still pretty solid. Even though you're not going out of your way at all for it. Or at least not in a normal sense, because you're still getting all the other loot. But I'm still surprised how many Vault events we've had recently. I assume that's not a regular thing. Because we've had a really abnormal amount of Vault events lately. In the last month, we've had 3. The first was a midweek one, the first ever midweek Vault event we've ever had. And that was a little bit before Christmas. Then we had one Christmas weekend. And then we have one again this weekend. And even if you just count Christmas weekend and this weekend one, that's still a very small time frame. That's like, what, 3 weeks? Between event to event. Normally they're 6 weeks apart. That'd be kind of amazing though if we did like officially have a Vault event every 3 weeks instead of 6 weeks. I don't feel like that's something they would ever do. Though that'd be really cool if they did. Double the Vault events. One can hope. I mentioned it earlier, they might be trying to like artificially increase their numbers this year. And that would definitely be one way to do so. Vault event every 3rd week. That way they have at least one per month to inflate their numbers with. Surprisingly, Vault events don't like super surge the amount of people playing. Like it definitely upticks some, but it's not like a super noticeable uptick. Honestly, what does the bigger uptick sometimes is good Monday events. Like if there's a lot of things coming on a given Monday, for example, tomorrow. Like those are some of the bigger upticks for non-patch related things. Which I guess theoretically that could kind of be considered a patch, even though it's not really a patch. Like when we get a new season and everything. And there we go. Alright, so that is all of the core things we need to get done. Oops, someone in the guild did a little bit of gold. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Did I even remember to do gold? Because I was still in New Jersey at the time. Did I even remember to donate? The answer is hopefully yes. Yeah, we already donated. Oh gosh, Isabel, you've done 22 million. You've done 20 million more than us this week. I know we got a slacker who hasn't claimed his seals. Which is like me every single week because I always forget to claim my seals. It doesn't really matter because purple orbs exist. If it wasn't for purple orbs, it'd be a lot more annoying. But luckily, there are so many purple orbs that it doesn't matter. Also, we're only 10,000 away from taking 23rd. Am I looking at that right? That's a small number, right? 10,000? Yeah, that's a pretty small number. We're closing the gap, aren't we? I assume that's closing the gap. I could have sworn we were higher distance away before. Oh no, is 10,000 small? I would assume so. One person could literally do 10,000 in a week if you like super grinded like crazy. That's interesting. We might pass them this weekend. If we're more active with Vault event this weekend and their guild, we would actually pass them. Doesn't matter as long as we're top 25. I want to keep that top 25 spot. It's a fun thing to strive for as a guild, even though trophies have absolutely no value whatsoever. I don't know. Maybe we'll even run Phoenicia build next week or this weekend. It's not something I normally do, but you get like double the trophies pretty much. The only problem is it's slightly slower, but the main reason I didn't do it last time was because of the Cursed Gnome. However, we don't need Cursed Gnome anymore. We have every Cursed Gnome drop as of, before we went on the trip, we made sure to finish that. We have the Mythic. We have the, I might get a second copy of him too. He's actually pretty cheap. If you think of like what you need for the second copy, like it's basically nothing. Like Celestials, we have more than we could ever use. 50,000 souls is like gold medaling a troop. Actually, it's technically even more expensive to gold medal a troop. This weapon you have infinite of technically, even though you only have one, but it doesn't get consumed, so just having one's enough. So the only thing really blocking you would be the 100 shards then, which at a certain point you're going to have more shards than you ever know what to do with. We have all 6 of the Curse Breaker weapons, and we completely maxed out the Anvil Pet, which I think we still have equipped right now as well. Somewhere's in here is the Anvil Pet, yeah, and we completely maxed out that little guy. Which means the only other thing we really have them to use them on is the Forge Scroll things. But anyways. Okay, so I believe that is all the things. Let's go and do some grinding then. Which we have done almost none of in recent time. We were doing a bunch of timings for it yesterday. Trying to see like some double Zugoff different premises. And personally, my original team, I still prefer running with this. It is still my go-to pick for doing Explore 12. But we were timing a bunch of them last night, and I don't know, it seems like the way to go. The only one time that was able to beat it out was the world record team. However, it is very high risk, high reward. And from testing I've done in the past based on that exact team, it is not actually worth using for farming. Because even though it can get some really quick runs, it also gets some really slow runs, and its average speed is slower than this. Even though its max speed is higher than this. Skeleton Key doesn't work. Well, Skeleton Key still works. The issue with Skeleton Key is they nerfed its damage by 1 billion. Like, they cut its damage boost ratio of gold by half. So you can still use Skeleton Key, and Skeleton Key still functions if you prefer using Skeleton Key over Pearl. However, it does, like, almost half as much damage now compared to what it used to do in the past. So you can still use it, and it still works. It's just way weaker than it used to be. Because they nearly cut the damage down in half compared to what it was. So it's still usable, it's just a lot less viable due to that, of course. It would almost be like if Zugoff didn't have his skull spam, but only the insta-kill. It's like, he'd still be somewhat viable, especially because the burn freeze, but, I don't know, getting the double extra damage from having the skulls, in theory, it's kind of nice. And he'd definitely become a lot less viable if that was to ever happen. That's never going to happen, though. But that's basically the equivalence of the amount of change that happened to Scalding Key. Like, yeah, you could still use it, but, it's way weaker if you knew what it was pre-nerf. Like, if you just look at the two, just in isolation, like right now, if you never even realized what they were originally, like, they're not too much different. The big issue with Scalding Keys is it's harder to land kill. And for it to have more value, you have to land kill because the extra turn that it has on kill. So if it's not landing kill, it does a lot less than Pearl. Because the main value of Scalding Key over Pearl now is extra turn potential. Even though its damage is lower. Because Pearl will never extra turn. Never has, never will. But it does more damage. Oh, what's the best way to farm gold these days? Plunder and Peril with Cedric and, like a, Egg Thief kind of combination. And you just run out and explore 12. But yeah, we'll be updating a lot of the guides this year. Going into next week, we should kind of be back to normal. By, like, Wednesday, I'm pretty sure I'll be, like, fully back to normal. And we will have that video up super early, for this week, especially because it's pretty relevant too. It's a new season, but we will be doing that, and hopefully have our rest of our schedule kind of go back to you know, normal non-vacation schedule. Everything kind of back to normals. Okay, take that down. There's a lot of guides I want to cover this year. And update. Ones we haven't covered, ones we have that need updating, and other similar things. Let's see. Take that over. That's pretty lucky. I do not have a Cascade, though. Actually, we have so many reds, I might as well do this. Yes, tomorrow. No, Norbert's turnip isn't on Tuesday. It's actually tomorrow. You get Norbert's turnip off of Soulforge. The weapon you get on Tuesday is, I can't remember, but it's not Norbert's turnip. If I'm not mistaken, the one on Tuesday is some kind of useless book that summons like an Amethyrax troop or something. It's really bad. But no, you actually get turnip on Monday, and it's available all week next week. The one that's available on Tuesday is a very useless weapon that you could probably just ignore unless you want it for completionist purposes. It's some kind of really weird explodey weapon that isn't good. It's one of those like few rare like non-good explodey weapons. It came before they started adding like all the really good ones. Like the ones we've been getting lately. Like the one we got this weekend with the Goblin Explode. But it's not that same type of weapon. It's something like really bad. Actually, I know exactly what weapon it is. This is the one for Tuesday. It is, how do you spell Amethyrax? That's not how you spell Amethyrax. This one. I'm pretty sure this is the weapon you get on Tuesday, right? Pretty sure it is. Deal a bunch of scatter damage, boosted by Amethyrax allies. Explode 3 gems for each Amethyrax ally. Summon an Amethyrax troop. It's really bad. But if I'm not mistaken, that's the one you get on Tuesday. It's a weapon you're never ever going to use. Even though a couple of Amethyrex should. And by a couple, I mean truffle. Literally just truffle. Also, hello, Gadgets. Hello, Dwight. Welcome, welcome. Also, how on earth did I just get something in my eye? Amanita. Yeah, I'm not sure. My brain doesn't know spelling sometimes. Well, if I click Amethyrex, it doesn't actually show the weapon. Because it's considered a Zasian weapon, I'm pretty sure, not an Amethyrex weapon. I don't know, are they double typed like that? I know the troops are, I don't think the weapons are, though. The weapons are a little weird like that. Like, that weapon isn't considered an Amethyrex weapon. There are no such thing as faction weapons, I'm pretty sure. At least in the sense that they don't count as the faction weapon. Because if I do that right here, it's going to show nothing. If I go to Troops Weapon and click Amethyrex, it's going to show nothing. Because there's no Amethyrex weapon. The weapon itself is a Zasian only weapon. And all faction weapons are like this. So it only counts as Zasian, not as Zasian Amethyrex. It's a bit weird because the troops themselves are considered both, but the weapon is only considered the kingdom type that's associated to. The only annoying thing about that is it's hard for someone who doesn't know what all the faction weapons are to know what all the faction weapons are. Because there's no indication on it directly that says, like, oh, hey, this is a faction weapon that you can only get on occasional Tuesdays, like once per year, seemingly. Or maybe twice per year if you're lucky. Like, they're not marked in any way that really distinguishes them as such. Because they're kind of annoying to get if you're missing, like, almost all of them. Because they're only ever available on a Tuesday. Like, once or twice per year. And when I say a Tuesday, I mean literally just a Tuesday for that 24-hour period. It's not as bad when you already have, like, most to all of them. But if you have, like, nearly none of them, it's just really annoying to keep track. Luckily, they always keep a reduced skull, a reduced Soulforge cost. Most weapons, or actually I should say all weapons other than faction weapons, increase their cost by 50% when you end up getting them via Soulforge when it's not the event anymore. However, all Tuesday weapons always keep their reduced price without the 50% increase. Which isn't too big a difference, but, you know, it makes them slightly cheaper to get. Oh, so hello, Simish. Welcome. Let's see. I'll take that over. Yeah, I haven't used my Discord much lately. I probably should from time to time. I just really tend to not socialize much. Like, almost ever. Which might seem weird, given that we talk so much during the streams. But generally speaking, I'm, like, so ridiculously antisocial. Mostly because of how introverted I am. Like, I definitely prefer not to talk to people. Streams I don't mind as much. Let's see. What do I even take here? I'll throw that down. Grab the other poke. And we got Alpha Sky, didn't even need to follow up. Nice. Also, we're going to gain that level. So you know what? We'll hand out the redeem code when we get that level. That'd be the perfect thing to hand it out on. And then we're just gonna need one more. I might need to have a little mini celebration when we hit level 1,700. Realistically, that's gonna happen on Friday, I would assume. Like Friday night stream is probably the day that that is going to happen. That's so close to death. It just does not want to go down. Oh, so we did finally get another Nisha the other day. We need 9 more for the final medal to upgrade another mythic. So hopefully another really meta mythic to upgrade with medals will come out soon. Because we're about to have enough to upgrade it. And hopefully they won't nerf it. Also, they haven't done balance for a while. The last balance patch was December of 2 years ago. And by 2 years ago, I mean like a 1 year ago and like a 1 year, 1 month ago. But 2020 was the last balance patch, the end of 2020. We have not gotten a single balance patch since then. Which is kind of weird. It's actually, I believe, the longest the game has ever gone without a balance patch. I am pretty sure. Does anyone know when the next Journey event will be coming? Nope. Though we might know as of next patch. Though at this current moment in time, I don't believe we know. We could control find Journey here. I highly doubt it's going to show though. Nope, there is no Journey event in the near future. We currently know up to early February or mid-February, and there's currently no Journey event between now and then. We'll know further than this as of next patch, which should be another week or two or so, though. Possibly even this Tuesday. Though more realistically, I think it's next week's Tuesday, not this week's Tuesday. Right, there we go. Okay, what do we need here? Grab that. Splody splode. But yeah, I do assume we will be having Journey events for non-new kingdoms. Regardless, even if that's not the case, we're eventually going to have another new kingdom at some point. They wouldn't add a whole new mechanic and then just be like, oh, we're just going to do this once and then never again. But yeah, I still don't have the achievement for it either. I will have it next time though. Regardless of how it is, if it carries over the previous points or not. Because if it does carry over the previous points, I believe we could just do up to like tier 5 or whatever we did last time and have enough points if we do every single battle. If it doesn't, then we're going for leaderboard. Or at least some version of it. But yeah, it's actually really unobtained. I think it's at like, what's the percent on it right now? Last I recall, it was actually at 0%, the amount of people that have it. Even though it's technically higher than 0%. Yeah, now it actually shows 0.1%. But before, so few people had it that it showed as 0%, even though there was some percent of people that had it. There's just so few that it didn't even register as 0.1. But now it's registering as 0.1. But it's the most unobtained achievement in the game, mostly because there's only been 1 week to get it. And you basically had to spend like a couple thousand gems to get it. I think it was like 3,000 gems to get it the week of. Maybe even more than that. Like 4,000. Anyone who did it would probably know. But I believe it was like at least minimum 3,000 gems to do it that week. What we don't currently know until it actually happens is if the points from the previous time will carry over to counting towards the event. If the answer is no, then we're going to have to do the entire thing just to get it. Like spend a few thousand gems just to get the achievement. Yeah, a lot of people don't have the achievement. So much so, more people have reached level 20 in Soulforge. Wait, that's actually kind of low. I'm kind of surprised because this is another one you could just gem down. This one was like 3,000 gems. This is like, math. I already forget the number. Was it 8 or 9,000? I can't remember. How many gems was it to max the Soulforge again? 8 or 9 sounds about right. Was it cheaper than that? I can't remember now. Or was it 6,000? It might have been 6,000. Why does that sound correct all of a sudden? But regardless, it was like double the price of doing this. Yet double the amount of people have it. However, you could have gotten these for free as well. Whereas this was impossible to do for free. Or, you know, you can get the gems for free, but, you know, you still needed to do the gems. There wasn't like an alternative currency. Yeah, 6,000 does sound correct. Somewhere's around there. 6, 9, same thing. Just an upside down 9. Same difference. Oh, he just drained the thing I actually need to cast. That's unfortunate. Should probably kill that before it kills my raid boss. But yeah, maxing Soulforge with purely gems is more expensive than maxing what's it called? Than getting the other event done, the journey event. It's basically twice the cost, yet half as many people have it, which is kind of weird. But it's mostly because you could also gotten Chaos Shards for free and done it that way. Which of course is what quite a few people did. Next Kingdom comes out January 21st. Really? Are you sure about that? That looked like a faction, not a kingdom. That looked like Broken Spire's faction. I'm pretty sure that was Broken Spire's faction. Yeah, it's not a kingdom. It should be Broken Spire's faction. It even says right here it's Broken Spire. Yeah, it's not a new kingdom. It's under the kingdom tab on that one website, but it's not actually a kingdom. That website just doesn't divide factions from kingdoms. Let's see. Take that over. Oh, the only problem with doing that is we don't have enough mana for the other thing, though. No, he just gives me the win, so that's fine. Now give me the level and we'll hand out the code. We're so close. Should be a few battles from here. Though the slate in the game, like, it looks like 20 to 30 battles all will give you the level up, and none of them do. Like, it doesn't have, like, an actual numeric breakdown. It just has the bar. The bar just like stays there doing nothing. Also, hello, Poing. Welcome. Actually, I probably should have Flame Referred there from the start. Would have been a much higher chance extra turn. I mean, to full mana, I mean. As well as potentially extra turn. Because if Thrall's not getting his 13 plus red extra turn, the chance he actually gets off his Destroy is not particularly high compared to a board with a lot of red on it. Especially with a red storm to go with it. Oh, I thought that was a Yasmin for a second. No, just an Orpheus. Boo. Come on, we're so close to that level. Give it to us. And we'll hand out code. Should probably just take him purple there. Just never know sometimes with a Leprechaun if he'll actually do enough or not. Because even if you see on the board it's not going to have enough, you still might get cascaded mana. Yeah, there's a decent handful of people who are 2,000 plus now. I want to say it's over 1,000 people by now. Back in the day, there was only like a few. But I'm pretty sure there's hundreds, if not thousands, of people over level 2,000 now.
You don't see them too often, though. Like, if we go into global chat for like an hour, we probably won't see a single person who's level 2,000 plus. But they're still around. Of course, some of them might not play anymore. They might have burned themselves out. There we go. But quite a few of them still do, obviously. But if I go check like global right now, we've had it open this entire stream. I'm pretty sure if we scroll... Oh, never mind, there's one. Oh, you proved me wrong already. We got Alyssa. But if I keep scrolling, I'm pretty sure Alyssa's the only level 2,000 plus in global one right now. Of course, literally like the first one that shows up proves me wrong. Gosh, that's such a high level. 2,123. That is absurdly high. That might actually be one of the highest in the game. Probably not the absolute highest, but that is up there. Like, really up there. Yeah, I don't see anyone else. Of course, there would be one person to prove me wrong, but see, they exist. They're level 2,000. Gosh, let me go check the profile on that. Let's see. View profile. They've been in their current guilds for... Wait, what? They've only been in their most recent guild for 43 minutes. That's weird. It's mostly just weird because if I like click on mine, it's like absurd number. Like if we click ours, it's been 2,005 days. And then to see someone that high a level, it's like, oh, I've been in my guild for like 1 hour. Anyways. I wanted to check their delve thingy. Let's see. Obviously, they probably have like literally every troop, yeah, every kingdom, everything. Obviously, revered. And yeah, they do have every faction maxed. Which is the main thing I wanted to check there. Yeah, they have literally everything done. Which is obviously, if you're that high a level, obviously you would. But they have literally everything done. Which is kind of where we're at right now, too. If we actually check the same thing on our profile, we're at the same point. We have every troop, we have all that. We have max faction. All that good stuff. Our level just isn't as high. Oh yeah, let me go hand out a code. I did say I would hand out a code when we got our level. And that was indeed a level. Let's see. Oh, so that reminds me, I need to go ask for more codes. And today's a great day to go do it. Tonight and tomorrow, because that's normally when they're like most active around the forums or so. To make sure that whatever they didn't completely break the game. Especially if there's a patch this Tuesday. So I should probably go poke her tonight. Because we only have enough to last for about another week. So if she doesn't get back to me for another week, we have exactly enough to last that long. Let's see. There you guys go. There is the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com for the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says right over there is we put in for your invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chat. So copy paste random numbers and letters starting with 32. And it gives the same reward as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. And there you go. And that gem key still does have mythic chance, so save it if you don't want the mythic, or use it if you do. Because that mythic's still around for another 4 days. Till the end of Thursday. At Friday reset, it will not be available anymore, or at least not available to the same degree that it's currently available. So what's my flash offer right now? Oh, that useless thing. Don't do it. It's not worth it. Oh, I see. So she basically made her own guild. Yeah, I ended up doing that 2,005 days ago. I kind of hopped a little bit from a few different guilds. And then I was like, why don't I just make my own guild? And then during a Twitch stream when we were still way back on Twitch, way back in ancient history, we ended up making our own guild 2,005 days ago. And here we are now. 24th biggest guild in the game. Almost 23rd. Maybe this weekend. Depends how much we farm. And by how much we farm, I mean as a guild, not as an individual. Even if we get like 1,000, that's only going to move us slightly closer. Actually, 1,000 is low these days, isn't it? 10,000 in a week would be high. I keep forgetting scaling your trophies. They used to be so much slower in the past. Now you get them from doing, like, literally everything. They used to only be from PvP, and then eventually at one point PvP and Arena. And now you get them from doing basically everything in the entire game. Like, even this week that we barely played, I think we have, like, 500 trophies or something. Yeah, I barely played this week and we have 650. So yeah, 10,000 is what's considered high. 1,000 is actually kind of low. And we're under 1,000. Our requirement's only 200 though. We technically have no trophy requirement. It's more so just there to make sure people don't do like literally 0. Because trophies don't really matter too much. They're mostly for the little leaderboard thingy. Because once you have over 1 million trophies as a guild, they stop having any value. And I think we have like 9 million. Something absurd. There's some guilds that have like 25 million or something. I think the highest one right now is like 24 million something. That's weird, he didn't go for the skull. Oh, I lost, no! His, okay, I see why he didn't go for the skull now. Him transforming made him immune. Because he got rid of his burn. Well, not really immune, but you know, he dropped his burn. There's something I was about to go check. Oh yeah, I want to go check that thingy with the guild real quick. There's actually one other thing I want to check, the banner. See if we get anything shiny soon. Up, now it's a 9,000 gap. We're getting there. We had the highest one in the games at 24 million. Apparently Sons of Anarchy and Marshall. Oh no, Anonymous went down even more. Oh no, never mind. They've been down for a while. Gosh. Yeah, whatever happened to Anonymous and Interim? Did they pull a Dragon's Peak? And they were like one of the better guilds in the entire game at one point, and then we just became a really casual hardcore guild. Like these are like the super hardcore guilds, but eventually the super hardcore guilds become like Dragon's Peak, Anonymous, or Interim, where it's like it's still a gigantic big guild, but it kind of is a little bit less try-hard than it used to be. But these are the ones that are still like ultra absurdly try-hard. I think the biggest guild-wide achievement we have so far is Dragon's Peak won the first ever Guild Wars. That's probably the biggest achievement we have as a guild. A few other ones, but that's probably the biggest one. Winning the first ever Guild Wars first place. I was in the chat for our guild for like hours every single day that week too, just making sure everyone had teams, everyone knew what to do and everything. Anyways, there was something else I wanted to check while I was here. Oh yeah, I wanted to see the little unlocks. You actually do technically still keep getting trophy unlocks. It's just for all the banners though, that you can use for your guild background. Also, is this slightly broken? Because where are the rest of the numbers? There you go, fix that. Also, don't we have over 8 million? No, we're about to hit 8 million. Oh, maybe it only shows the one that you have next, just to not intimidate you with whatever the gigantic number is. Because we need 8 million for this next one. But like all the faction banners, you can start unlocking for your guild. Also, what's with this gigantic area of gap? Oh, maybe upcoming factions? If so, like, gosh, that's a lot of factions then. Was this the most recent one? I think that's Worm Run, isn't it? I can't even tell. But there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? That's weird. There's like 7 in between. That kind of implies there's going to be 7 more factions. We know of one, Broken Spire. What on earth are the other 6? Oh! It could be 2 kingdoms. Ooh, interesting. If that's not a visual glitch, that's actually 2 kingdoms. Because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 gaps. A new kingdom would add 3. Because... No, a new kingdom would only add 2. What am I saying? Because you have the kingdom itself and then the faction. That's weird. Okay, I'm not sure what exactly that is. Oh, that still could be the case then. It could be 3 kingdoms plus this one's Broken Spire. Or one of them is. Because we don't have the Broken Spire faction yet. So yeah, that could be 3 kingdoms plus Broken Spire is obviously getting one. Interesting. Anyways. Yeah, we need 8,000 for that. Or 8 million, I mean. Not like we're ever going to use it. But there are still technically trophy unlocks. Not like you're ever really going to use them. My favorite one, I think we already have. Yeah, the shop background. You almost never really get to see it much in the game. So we set it as our guild thingy. But anyways. Where are we? Let's go do another round. This might be the last one we end up doing. So if anyone still has any other questions or anything you want me to go over, do let me know. I do tonight very briefly kind of want to go over some things that happened this week on a little video, kind of just going over some Tower of Doom and stuff. A little late, but better late than never. And then the one next week should be perfectly on time. Let's hope so. Oh, sorry, Define. I didn't see your question. Also, hello, Defined. Say hello. You're missing 3 troops total. Total troops. The Enraged Karandera, which is only obtained through Soulforge. You have 14 Power Orbs. Should you craft them or second Zugoff? Oh, definitely craft them. I would not advise getting a second Zugoff. And even if you wanted a second Zugoff, it's better to get one of each before you get a double up on any. But no, I would advise not getting second Zugoff and just get Enraged Karandera. And even once you can afford a second Zugoff, I would advise not getting one. Personally, not a fan. I still got it for the sake of having it, though. We have enough resources where it doesn't matter. But, yeah, you definitely want to get one of each because of Kingdom Progress. So what's the 3rd troop you're missing? Let's see. I assume it's just something with diamonds. You only mentioned 2. Hey, a Vault Key. That's kind of funny. Those are slightly rarer when it's not a Vault event. Though it will be this weekend. And by this weekend, I mean in 1 week from now. Or, you know, this weekend is in, not right now weekend, but this upcoming weekend. Aw, he killed my win condition. Now I gotta get all the mana. Just to get you functioning again. And then we win. It's always annoying when you do that and they're pretty much like already dead by the time you have insta-kill and then they only have like 100 HP left. Can you put the team code for what I'm using right now? Sure, we can go do that real quick. Oh, the new craftable mythic. Yeah, that makes sense. So basically all the things that you're missing are craftable mythics only then. Interesting. But yeah, here's the team code for what we're using now. Oh, it's gonna take me a moment. I forgot I can't paste it into here. I really hate that this program doesn't auto log in there. It's weird because it's grabbing data and everything from my channel already. Yet it doesn't identify that as a thing. Let's see. Where's my channel? 1 second. Where's my channel? There it is. Might as well leave a like while I'm here on my own channel. I forgot. I can't see how many dislikes we have on this screen. Let's see. Oh, there we go. And let's see. Explore 12. I think I typed that right. There we go. Ah, there's the team. That's the one that we normally use for Explore 12. Indicated by the Explore 12 written next to it. Yep, no problem. We'll finish through this cycle, then go through one more time so we can actually get a chest. That'll probably be the last one we'll do for tonight. And then we'll cover the weekly video. And before we cover the weekly video, we'll cover this week's weekly video. Very briefly. It's not going to have any teams or anything. It's mostly going to talk about Tower of Doom scroll thingy. And just the new legend that came in through event keys. Also, don't forget, there is a legend through event keys. I haven't mentioned him much this week. But there is a new legend in the event key drop table if you haven't already gone for him. You should probably make sure to do so if you haven't. He is called... I have no clue what his name is. He's not that good. Let's see. This week was a Cinemirage week. So if I simply just go to Cinemirage... Cinemirage... And then if I could just identify who he is. There he is. So we got this spin. He just deals damage to an enemy equal to their attack. And then deals the same damage to all enemies above them. The issue with this is generally the highest attack on the opposing team is the first slot, not the last slot. So that's kind of weird. It then gets to summon an Abject of Despond, which is not that good. As far as unique things, it does have Impervious, does have that Explode at start of battle, and it does get to drain some mana from a random enemy. The big issue with this is only good when the enemy starts running out of options. It's not really going to be that good otherwise. And if you're already extra turning, you might as well be getting something that does better value than this. Because if you're at the point where you're taking multiple extra turns, you'd be better off getting something that makes you capable of killing the enemy quicker rather than disabling them. So, it's not really that good. However, he will not be in the event key drop table in about 4 hours from now. Sorry, 5 hours. So make sure to get him if you haven't already. I'm not even sure if I mentioned him really that much this weekend, but he's been around all week in the event key drop table. He's pretty bad, though. But you still want to get him for completionist purposes. What do you think is faster for Class XP, PvP or Rowan? PvP is definitively faster. You can even run PvP with Rowan. The biggest issue with doing PvP, though, is it's a lot more annoying. It also requires you to deliberately keep a low PvP rating. Which means it has to not be a Guild War week. Which, luckily, next week is not. But the week after that is. I know, a spam bot. But, the reason you want to keep really low PvP rating is, it makes your matchmaking in casual PvP also easier. And casual PvP gives the same amount of class XP as normal PvP. Alright, let's go get our final chest. There's something else to cover for a video too that I haven't covered in a while. Though the method's still the same as the past, but I haven't covered a video on it in ages. Is the how to farm class XP properly. There's a couple different methods. The best one for your sanity is just spam Rowan on Explore 3 for 4. The best one for overall rate is to deal with a really annoying PvP strategy that uses pretty much the same team. Just in a very annoying way. That is technically quicker, but it makes you think a lot more. What class am I currently running? Slayer. Main reason for Slayer is it has triple damage burning, enrage on extra turn, and enrage on kill, which allows it to basically perpetually always do enrage. It basically just ensures you constantly have enrage on your hero under all circumstances, and is the only hero that has a double enrage like that. Most of them just have the enrage on extra turn, but having enrage on kill makes it so you will always have an extra turn. You will always have a enrage, because even if you don't land an extra turn, just simply getting a kill will redo your enrage. So once you have your first enrage, you will perpetually keep enrage for the entire battle, whereas other hero classes specifically need to make sure they extra turn skull, otherwise they will not have enrage, which is why you run Slayer. It also has like a bleed effect, but that's not relevant on super high level. At the lower level ranges it does, but it's mostly for its double enrage is the main reason why Slayer is used. It also has Red Storm, which is useful for Zugov, especially that particular team of Zugov, because Flamer needs red, and Thrall needs red, and all red feeds into Zugov, so red works pretty well. Anyways, guys, I'll wrap it up for now. We should have 2 videos soon, one recapping the week we just had, another one recapping everything that's happening this upcoming week, the more relevant ones. But we'll cover that in a timely basis and hopefully kind of get back to a normalist schedule here on the channel. Or at least get that video up on a normalist schedule. And I do plan on starting to cover a lot more guides this year. It is going to be a very, very guide-heavy year. I feel like this particular month might be a little bit slower for it, but I do want to kind of start getting like a schedule and like a planned out kind of like timeline of like almost every guide I want to do this year. And then kind of like do like 1, 2 a week or so. Maybe even more often than that. We used to do it like 1 a day back in the day. But we've already covered so many topics, but I kind of want to recover all of them. It's just doing one every single day for like 300 plus days in a row. That's a little too many. I'd rather focus on each one a little bit more than do that many of them. So maybe like once or twice a week will be the plan. And just make a more in-depth guide. Unless it's like a multi-part guide, in which case that week would be that. Like the week that we cover resources, we might have 3 that week. Because I'm splitting into 3 different videos. So that might be the case then. We might do it by topic, and if that topic happens to need multiple videos, then we could maybe do multiple videos that week then. And kind of break it down like that. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys soon. Hope you all have a wonderful week. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. And I will catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching.